Hello everybody, New Manchester here, back with another video. And well, I haven't made a video in a while because I had a lot of problems in my life. Don't want to talk about them. And plus, I tried to upload a video on my channel, and I got flagged for like some about hurting someone's feelings or something like that. Basically, I uploaded a video for just a funny video, just poking fun of Man Beast Morris, a YouTuber from Detroit who made fun of the rapper Fetty Wap. And somehow I got flagged by YouTube for this, and I tried to upload a video and they blocked it, so I haven't uploaded a video lately because of that, and plus I had trouble with my computer, so yeah. So yeah. So I'm going around having a lot of problems here, here in America, I've been bashed by people online, by not just in this country but in other countries as well. But after I exercise and start eating right, I feel a lot better now. And and I discovered something online. It's a website from Winston titled Happier Abroad. And for you men who are kind of like Elliot Rogers and others who are angry at the world and they can't find dates or anything, I'm gonna read something on this website, and here it is right now. This is from Winston Wu's website Happier Abroad, and this is what it says on the front of it. What if you could solve most of your problems and in your loneliness, misery, and isolation by simply getting out of America to live in a saner, freer, healthier foreign countries? Well, I did that, and you can too. See below. And it starts out as, "Greetings. Welcome to Happier Abroad. A few questions for you. Are you a single male fed up with the horrible dating scene and lack of social connection in America? Do you find it too hard or impossible to meet or date any decent quality single women in America? Do you prefer sweet, feminine, genuine women over independent, masculine women who don't need you? Do you feel alienated by America's fake, inauthentic, toxic, soulless, superficial culture and people? Are you fed up with the high cost of living in America, its overly inflated prices and unhealthy food/lifestyle? Do you feel like America is trying to destroy your soul, bring out the worst in you, and make you go crazy? If so, then you've come to the right place. I have good news for you. The problem is not you, and there is a real solution. My name is Winston Wu, founder of Happier Abroad. In 2002, I made the greatest discovery of my life, which is that I could solve all the problems above by simply getting out of America. That's it. It's very simple yet very taboo, because we are taught by Western culture to blame ourselves for all problems. Therefore, I have a great message and life-changing secret to share with you. If you go abroad to one of the most one of many authentic, saner foreign cultures, you will have a better and healthier life in many major areas such as a better social life, dating life, mental health, physical health, and food, lower cost of living, and more freedom. No joke. That's at least 6 major categories of life right there that will greatly improve by leaving America. 6 huge benefits of going abroad. This is one of the biggest secrets in the greatest self-help secret that America and its psychologists don't want you to know. Let's elaborate on the 6 major ways your life will be better by getting out of America. Number 1, better social life abroad. America has one of the worst social scenes and social cultures. There is no social or human connection with others. The environment is too socially disconnected, segregated, isolated, paranoid, and fake. It's very hard to make any normal friends. The social vibe feels very negative. Everyone wants to be left alone in their own bubbles. People don't like to meet people or connect with others. Americans are too fake, arrogant, narcissistic, and toxic, making it hard to get along with them. Conversations are usually business related only, especially with strangers. Thus, America is probably the loneliest country in the world. In contrast, in most overseas countries, there is more natural social connection. People are more genuine, real, and down to earth. So it is far easier to connect with others and make real friends. Foreign social atmospheres are more inclusive, and social life flows more smoothly and naturally. Happiness is shared with others, not kept to oneself. Friendships are more true and meaningful. Note that America was not always like this though. In the 70s and the early 80s, it was a much friendlier culture, as you can see from the movie/TV shows of that era. Number 2, better dating life abroad. America has the worst dating scene for most men. The women and girls are too spoiled and given too much power, making them highly fake, arrogant, narcissistic, picky, toxic, unfriendly, and unapproachable, with the worst attitudes. Thus, they are the hardest females to connect with, and the furthest thing from authenticity that you can get. Also, they are way too difficult and entitled. The standards are way too high for most men, for they seek the top 10 or 15% of men. Since they are too independent and don't need men, they either want the best men or nothing at all. This makes America the worst dating scene for men, totally nightmarish, hostile, and loop-sided. As a result, there are more single males without dating choices in America than in any other country. In contrast, in most foreign countries, most women are sweet, feminine, down-to-earth, genuine, friendly, and approachable, like real women were meant to be. Thus, it is far easier to connect with them and get dates or find girlfriends or wives. Foreign women have a more pro-male attitude compared to the anti-male attitude in the West. Also, flirtation in America and seen as creepy and taboo by women, or else in many friendlier foreign cultures, flirtation creates energy and excitement, and women find it flattering. Moreover, foreign women cherish their God-given femininity, or else American women abhor femininity and see it as an oppressive. That means they don't like it. They hate it. They want to be masculine. Therefore, if you're a single male in North America, the biggest secret that's being kept from you is this. There are many overseas cultures where meeting and dating quality single women comes naturally, like breathing. In such cultures, single women who are feminine, sweet, genuine, and down to earth are the norm in an abundance, not in sanctity like in America. These females in the millions see you as gold, but this is not publicized in any positive light in America due to its taboo and politically incorrect nature. So the point is, you don't have to remain lonely and put up with a loveless life. Yeah, I don't have to put up with that crap. Yeah, I agree. Number 3, better mental health abroad. According to the World Health Organization, if you live in America, you have almost a 50% chance of developing a mental illness. Thus, the U.S. is the most mentally ill country in the world. No doubt about it. America also has the biggest mental health industry and the highest rate of antidepressant use in the world as well. A major reason for this that American culture is very fake and toxic. So in order to fit in, you have to become fake and toxic yourself. Otherwise, if you are a genuine and down to earth, you will be alienated and out of place. But in wearing a fake mask every day, one denies one's true self, thus resulting in a split psychosis and one's interpsychic. As a conquest, one's mental health deteriorates and fragmentates. Fakeness abounds in extremes in America and prevents all aspects of its culture and life, so you can't avoid it there. In contrast, most foreign cultures are more genuine and down to earth, which always you to be yourself and to be real. When you are free to be yourself in an authentic culture, you will have better mental health for sure. Being free to yourself is the ultimate freedom. If you can't be yourself, then you aren't free, regardless of what political system you live under. Yeah, that's true. I can't be myself. Better physical health and food abroad. America has the highest rate of obesity, cancer, heart disease, and diabetes in the world. Even their counterparts in Britain and Canada are healthier. Everyone knows the U.S. is the fattest nation in the world. Food in the U.S. contains too many unhealthy ingredients and toxins, dangerous GMOs, generally modified organisms, and flourished water. Try to eat healthy in the U.S. is too complicated and expensive at health food stores. Not only is food addictive, but Americans overeat to fill their emptiness and void as well. Since they have no true social connection or shape happiness and fulfill them. In contrast, food is healthier and more natural slash organic in most other countries. So when you eat abroad, you will be healthier and less fat. It's the biggest it's the biggest weight loss secret that the US nutrition industry doesn't want you to know. In Europe, for example, mainstream food is healthy, so there is no need for health food stores. My friends and I have all lost significant weight while in China, Russia, and Europe. People abroad also walk more because there is better public transportation, so they get more exercise. Also, foreign cultures are less toxic and more authentic, which is better for your mental health, as explained earlier, which is results in better physical health as well, since there is a proven mind-body connection. Number 5, lower cost of living abroad. America has one of the highest cost of living in the world. Thus, in the US, you have to work more and acquire and build up more debt and become a wage slash debt slave, which makes you less free in the age land of the free. Prices on almost everything are overly inflated and crazily expensive. Examples: restaurant meals in the US are at least $10, even if they suck, compared to $3 or $4 in China for a large healthy Chinese meal. Haircuts in the US start at $20 plus tip, whereas in China they are $3 with no tip. Taxis cost around $50 compared to only a few dollars in China. Shipping international packages from the US costs around $30 to $50, whereas in China, shipping overseas packages is almost free, etc. Inflation has destroyed the US dollar in the 20th century alone by deflating 95% of its value due to inflation's flat currency system of private central banks such as a Federal Reserve. The US is also the only developed nation with no universal health care, and its health care costs are astronomical. Medical expenses is the number one cause of bankruptcy in America. In contrast, most foreign countries have a lower cost of living, so you can live on less, giving you more purchasing power. There are many ways to live cheaply overseas, depending on your standards and lifestyle. And all other developed countries have universal health care, so people don't have to go bankrupt from medical expenses. Even in nations with low income taxes such as Taiwan. See the Michael Moore documentary Sicko. Yeah, I saw Sicko. That's a good movie. And that just tells the truth about how the healthcare in America is compared to the healthcare in other countries, which are free, public, and universal. Okay, number 6, more freedom abroad. Contrary to what it claims, America is actually one of the least free countries in the world in many ways. You don't have the freedom to meet people, talk to strangers, flirt with girls, or make friends in America the way you can in many foreign countries. So while China, Russia, and many other countries may lack political freedoms, that the US has. They have social freedoms that the US doesn't have. The US has a controlling government that is becoming increasingly tyrannical, as we all know. But it also has the highest number of laws and regulations in the world. More laws, less freedom, of course. So how can America claim to be the land of the free? It defies logic. In contrast, Mexico has one of the fewest laws in the world. So any Mexican can tell you that Mexico is far freer than uptight America. America's prison population is now at 2 million, which is more than any other country. So how can the freest country have the biggest prison population? As mentioned before, cost of living and prices in America are overly inflated and crazily high, so you have to work more to make ends meet, thus reducing your freedom and purchasing power. In China and many other countries, vendors can set up stands and sell stuff on the street without paying for expensive permits, thus keeping prices low because the streets belong to the people after all. But in America, you can't do that because everything is too privatized. So one has to pay expensive permits to sell stuff in public places, thus inflating prices unnecessarily. America's culture is fake, phony, and plastic, and doesn't allow you to be yourself, which is the biggest interpreter of freedom. Obviously, to fit into a fake, phony culture, one has to be fake and phony, lest one has alienated and out of place. As they say, in a mad society, only the mad are sane. If you have to be fake rather than your true self, then you aren't free. America requires that you pretend to be positive, happy, optimistic, and doing great 24/7, even if you are not. So whenever someone asks you, "How are you?" you are expected to respond positively and say that you are doing great or doing good, even if you are not. It's so fake. In reality, life is not great 24/7. It runs in a series of ups and down cycles. So Americans' expectation of internal optimism and positivity is not reasonable or realistic. America basically denies human nature in trying to be so artificial. Therefore, America doesn't allow you the freedom to be honest about how you are feeling at any particular movement. However, in other countries, you are allowed to speak honestly about how you feel, whatever good or bad. People do not have to have the absurd expectation that you always have to be doing great, because, as mentioned, overseas cultures tend to be more down to earth and authentic, not fake. Everything you say in America has to be politically correct. Politically correct. So you can't speak your mind freely on social issues or say anything anti-liberal or too right-wingish. Whereas you can in most other countries, including China. Sure you can criticize the government in the US, where else you can't in China. However, in China, You can speak freely on social issues that you can't in the US. For example, you can criticize and expose the harmful lies of liberalism, feminism, and multiculturalism in China. And you can talk freely about obvious racial and gender differences. But if you do that in the US, it is a big taboo, and you could lose your job or be ostracated. So, does Happier Abroad solution make sense to you now? It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. Okay, people. If you want to read, if you want to read this on Winston Wu's Happier Abroad page, just go to his website, www.happierabroad.com, or you can check out his YouTube channel called Happier Abroad. I subscribe to that channel, and everything in his videos that he's saying is true about America, how the women are, how the food is, and the women, the food, and the social life. I mean, it's way better than other countries. Like, in some of his videos, he says some countries are social, some are not, some are similar to America, but not all of them. Yeah. Actually, I've been overseas, and I've been to some countries on a cruise ship, and I haven't been in those countries for that long. I got a whip of some of the people there, the people in the UK and France. They're kind of they are kind of down to earth and easy to talk to. And her Winston Wu talks about the French are very culture snobs. Also watched a YouTube video about a woman saying that women in France don't care about the battle of the sexes, and I don't care about that either. Like, I think it's kind of ridiculous and silly. Well, anyway, you can check out Winston Wu on his website, www.happierabroad.com, and also you can check out his YouTube channel. And if you want to subscribe and check out my YouTube channel, to find me on YouTube, just type in the search box New Manchester channel, and you'll see the green icon with New Manchester on it, and that's my channel right there. All right, gotta go. Bye.